How's it going, everyone? This is Mike. I'm here to do a video about a horror film that I saw recently. I've decided to start a little bit of a Halloween horror film countdown. Maybe, I don't know if it'll be every day like my friends who are doing 31 days of horror. I can't see myself doing a video every day, but maybe every other day or something like that, just so I can join in and participate a little bit. But I have a lot of films that I have on the shelf, and some of them have been there for a couple of years that I still haven't watched. So I'm going to try to get some first watch films and do little commentaries on them and see if I can recommend some of them to you. So the first one I'd like to do is called Tormented. This is a Japanese horror film made in 2011 by director, let me see if I can pronounce this correctly. Yeah, I'll get the glasses on. Takashi Shimizu, the same director who did the Grudge series, Ju-on, the Grudge, which I do not have. I do not have the Japanese versions, but I do have the English language versions, which he also did. Grudge 1, Grudge 2, excellent films. And there was a Grudge 3 as well, which I have, which he produced, but he did not direct. This is a little bit different, not quite as good as the first two, but he's a pretty talented director. So Tormented, very strange little film. Let me see if I can read you a little bit of the plot here on the back of the disc or the package to see if I can explain it, because I'm not sure I can summarize it myself that well. Okay, there's a little girl named Kuriko who does not speak anymore, and her little brother Daigo, D-A-I-G-O, or Daigo I guess it's pronounced, he is also unhappy, not since he killed that rabbit on the playground at school. His sister Kuriko is worried. He is bullied, he sleepwalks, and their father is no help. Trapped in his own grief and illustrating fantasy worlds where families are happily reunited and no one dies. The mother of this little boy also died mysteriously. We don't find out till later what happened. So then it has something to do with the brother and sister go to this 3D movie, and there's a film that's playing on there which happens to be a real life horror film, I think also produced by, directed by Shimizu. And there's a scene where there's a rabbit, and the rabbit comes out of the screen and becomes a part of this little boy's fantasy life. And at first it seems like a very benevolent thing. The rabbit takes the kid to this big amusement park, which is beautiful. It looks like a little kid's fairy tale dream, but it very quickly becomes a child's fairy tale nightmare. And the film, actually, there aren't that many lighthearted moments in there. Even when they're at the amusement park, it has a feeling of tension. This movie is tension and dread from start to finish. And it's very atmospheric. It's very beautifully shot, very imaginative. And if I were going to give you an idea about the theme of the movie, I would suggest it has something to do, well, it has similarity to The Sixth Sense. Didn't pronounce that very well, did I? And also A Beautiful Mind. The movie appears to be taking you in a certain direction, in a certain place, and then it surprises you. And it surprises you several times during the film. It's a very good film. The actors are all very, very good. And it's not terribly violent. Most of these Japanese films, at least the ones that I've seen, the Grudge series, The Ring, they have a lot, kind of the suggestion of violence without a lot of the graphic depiction of violence and a lot of gore. There are a few gory moments in here, but luckily they are very few, because I'm not that, as I've said before, I'm not that crazy about that kind of thing. And it's just a very good film. It's very impressive. So I would like to highly recommend this. If you want to see something different, maybe you've never seen a Japanese horror film, and you would like to try, this might be a good place to start, although the Grudge films as well would be very good to start, I think. I found these, in fact I found all of these at Big Lots for $3 a piece. Great place to experiment with horror films that you aren't quite sure you're going to like. But I've been very pleased, very impressed by what I've seen. Okay, so this is my first video in my little series here. I'm going to call it the Halloween Horror Countdown, and try to do episodes maybe every day, maybe every other day, and anticipate the wonderful celebration of Halloween. So anyway, comments, questions, complaints, anything. See you later.